So today, I'm going to talk about how to turn $50,000 into $4.3 million. What you're actually looking at here is only $1 million. So just imagine like 4 times this amount of money. That would not be a bad retirement. By the way, if I had robbed a bank, even carrying $1 million out of the bank, that's hard work, let alone $4.3 million. Let me show you how.
One shot, now the future is yours. Go! I'm turning dreams into reality. Yeah, it's one shot, now the future is yours. Go!
So today, I want to talk about how to take a small amount of money, like $50,000, and like turn it into this. Now, basically, you're looking at $1 million. The reality is, today I'm actually going to be talking about how you take $50,000 and turn it specifically into $4.3 million. And you might be wondering, why are we making a video with these very specific numbers? It's because the average retiree in their 60s has 200 grand. And they got to find a way to live off of that. But what they really need is $4.3 million. Now, why $4.3 million? Did you know that $4.3 million in the hands of a financial planner giving you a conservative guaranteed 3%, it's basically going to give you 150,000 residual dollars for life. It's not going to make you rich, but you know what? It's not going to suck either.
Well, that doesn't suck.
Kris, that's a crazy promise. There's no way you could show someone how to take a small amount of money, turn it into a big pile of money, unless this was some kind of scam. Well, truth is, the numbers don't lie. And in a moment, I'm going to share with you not just that it's possible, but how people everywhere have been doing it for decades, which is why we have like a new millionaire born every like 4.3 seconds. And 90% of the time, it's because of real estate. So let's set the stage on the real problem that's out there. You see financial planners and CPAs, everyone's basically saying, hey, well, you should, after you go to college and make money, take what little leftovers you have and you should put it in 401ks and get a company match, and then you should put it in IRAs to get some tax breaks, and you should basically put it in the S&P 500, maybe you should put it in an annuity. But you know what? What I just told you has no diversification. These are all different mutual funds of the stock market. This is taking top blue chip companies and at the end of the day saying, hey, we're gonna give you on average a 6% single digit ROI. And nobody is getting rich on only earning 6% on their money. In fact, over a lifetime, how much does that really turn into? Funny you should ask. Turns out that traditional returns on $50,000 only yielding 6% year over year over year will over 20 years turn that 50 grand into $160,000. Basically, you're gonna triple your money over 20 years. Now I want you to think about that for just a little bit. $50,000 turning into $160,000 over a 20-year period of time isn't going to leave you a lot of time left for retirement. Don't you need your money to perform better than that? Actually, it was Albert Einstein that basically said compound interest is the most important financial invention ever created. Yeah, but Uncle Albert, listen up, buddy. Compounding single-digit ROI like 6%, that ain't gonna get you squat. You're gonna go nowhere real fast. You gotta compound a more powerful ROI than that. If you want compound interest to become interesting, then you need to compound more than 6%. In fact, take that same $50,000 and what happens if it earns a higher rate of return? In real estate, all day long, I always get a minimum of 25% on my money. That means every single year I'm earning 25% on whatever I'm buying. So what happens if I were to compound that same amount of money at 25%? Well, check out what happens to this sexy curve. Over that same 20-year span, it doesn't turn into 160,000 like you see with 6%. At 25%, it turns into $4.3 million. Turns out compounding double-digit ROI is a lot more powerful, Albert, when it's a double digit. Now, what's $160,000 in relation to 4.3 million? It is a 27-to-1 difference. In other words, you literally just getting in the game of real estate investing, becoming a professional investor, you can make 27 times more on your money than just doing the basic stuff, the single-digit garbage that society is doing. Now, listen carefully. I don't got anything against the stock market, 401ks, IRAs. I just have something against single-digit ROIs. Graduate to double-digit, and all of a sudden, you're in the money. Now, if you try to compare these side by side and you look at the 50,000 at 6% turning into 160 grand versus what happens to real estate, like look at what happens. The separation on this is incredible. The first 5 years, the real estate totally outperforms. But after 10 years, 15 years, 20 years, I mean, it gets crazy. This is why I have buddies that literally are billionaires through the game of real estate. But it leaves this question hanging in the air. Okay, Kris, I get it, buddy. You're an expert as an investor. You've done 5,000 single family homes. But how would you actually get access to a deal where you could actually earn a staggering and amazing 25% ROI? Most people don't understand that real estate has several different profit centers. There's many ways of making money. For example, look at what's happened to real estate in the last 18 months. The national median on the home price went from like $250,000 to now over $360,000. That is a massive increase. That's called appreciation. When you buy a hard asset like real estate and you go through tough times with hyperinflation because the government's just printing money, thank you, Joe Biden.
Thank you, Joe Biden.
What it does is it spikes hard assets, they go up in value, so you got appreciation. Then if you rent it out and you bought it the right way, there's a positive cash flow. After all your expenses, there's money left over. It could be $300 a month, could be $1,000 a month. And then of course, don't forget depreciation. Literally, the government views real estate as an asset that's gonna go bad over 27 and a half years. And what that means for you is you get to expense it. Well, real estate is worth a lot of money. And when you expense that, it means that you could save potentially thousands of dollars each year in taxes. Yeah, but Kris, is it really possible to earn 25% on a real estate deal? And how have you done that thousands of times? Check it out. In a moment, I'm going to share with you how you can access deals just like this one. This is a house, by the way, brand new, built in 2020. Not a great year, but this 1,500 square foot, 4-bedroom, 2-bathroom home, I picked up for $194,000. So what am I gonna do with this house in Florida? I don't even live in Florida. I've got a team in Florida. They're gonna rent it out. And this house at the end of the day is not gonna earn 25% a year. It's scheduled to earn 40.94%. In other words, instead of my money doubling every 3 years with a house like this and compounding, I'm gonna double my money every other year. Well now, Kris, that just must be a fluke. Actually, this is another one on Pompano Way, Pinciana, Florida. This one has a 35.56% ROI, definitely over that 25% number. And check this one out. This other house is built in 2020, 1,600 square feet. This one's also in Florida, 37.15%. I comb through thousands of deals, and every week my team finds a couple dozen that we make offers on. We negotiate to buy. We're ahead of the market. We beat everyone else out. And once I have it under contract, I'm gonna buy this house, which is why I'm buying a house just about every single day. And it's all based on a system that you personally could tap into. Would you like to see how that works? Think about my dilemma. I have this amazing team of 200 experts, and they find more houses every week than I can possibly buy. But I also have people, loyal fans all over the world that watch my content. They've got money sitting in 401ks and IRAs. And if you've watched a couple thousand of my videos on social media, TikTok, Instagram, or wherever you're watching this, you might find yourself saying, you know what? Why would I learn how to do this on my own when I could just partner up with someone like Kris? Well, that possibility exists. There is a link below where you can get yourself educated on exactly what it would look like. You could talk to a member of my team and say, all right, explain how me and Kris become 50-50 partners. You're saying I put up $50,000 and Kris's job is to turn that into $4.3 million? Not so, my friend. In this economy, it's not taking 20 years. It's actually happening a lot faster because we're not compounding 25% anymore. In many cases, we're compounding 40%, 50%, 70%, which means that you can create a lot more wealth in a lot shorter period of time. There's a link below. Learn about it. See if it's for you. Hey, thank you so much for watching today's video. It was a pleasure for me to hopefully enlighten your mind and awaken that financial genius. And it might get you thinking, man, okay, let's say that I bought a house, maybe 2. What if I bought 5 houses? How much money could I make doing that? It's a good question. I actually made a video just for you, showing you just how much money you can make on 5 deals. Check it out. So today, I'm gonna talk about, oh shoot, I'm gonna drop it. Punch it in, punch it in. Okay.
I gotcha.
Okay, there's your outro. It's getting really heavy. Here we go. You ready? Reality is most people for retirement, you got $50,000. That's not true either. I just lost it. Just like finish